So Captain Marvel, you know, Captain Marvel was a. This is by We Got This Covered. Captain Marvel 2's title was a reportedly changed because Brie Larson didn't deliver. Well, 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 well. It seems that we were right all along. Of course, they're gonna say, "Oh my God, the fight." They'll complain that we won here in this article. They'll complain that we won. A very small yet vocal minority who tried to downvote the first installment to live on the. Sorry, but people are not forced to like your movie. I don't know why people can't get that. It's only when it comes to Disney, okay? When it came to Charlie's Angels, no one defended Charlie's Angels, which is hilarious. No one went to go and defend Charlie's Angels, okay? No one went to go defend Charlie's Angels. No one went to defend that movie. You don't see articles at the article saying, "Oh my God, how dare you not watch Charlie's Angels?" Or, Black Christmas, another movie that flopped that nobody remembers, that was basically another feminist movie, and you have a lot of other these types of movies that failed, but they won't talk about. But when it comes to Captain Marvel, they're only defending it because it's made by Disney. It's made by Disney, so they're going to bring it up every single time that we're not allowed to dislike a movie, okay? We're not allowed to dislike Captain Marvel, okay? We're not allowed to dislike the Mulan remake because it's Disney, and you have to like Disney or else, okay? We're not allowed to not watch Raya and the Lost Dragon or Onward, which both flopped, okay? You have Disney fanboys go around and defend those movies, okay? And the media, all they did the past 2 years was go around talk about how great Brie Larson is, how great of an actress she is, and how, amazing she is, and how, oh my God, she won an Oscar for a movie that nobody watched, nobody watched, okay? A movie that nobody watched. Oh my God, Brie Larson's such an amazing actress. In all the movies she's in, she is basically the same. I have not seen the movies she won the Oscar for, so that could, but every movie she's in, she basically plays the same role. She plays a prank. Basically, she plays a character that doesn't really have any personality, or a background character that nobody cares about. A lot of the movies that she appears in flops, like, she appeared in this movie about, like, some judge or something, and nobody watched it. She appeared in a movie called Unicorn Store, which she actually directed, and it was completely destroyed by most people online. People hated that movie. And again, Warner Bros. Could protect it because it was on Netflix, but people don't like Brie Larson at all. Lots of people don't like her. I don't know why these people just can't accept the fact that people don't like an actress, as well. Okay, no one is complaining about people not liking Ben Affleck. I don't like Ben Affleck, but it's only Brie Larson that the media is going out and defending and protecting. It's the only actress that they go around and defend and protect, which is absolutely hilarious. And they were basically trying to promote her YouTube channel as well, which was also a failure. Okay, her YouTube channel was also a failure as well. So we have the statistics here. This is the first 2 months, and then of course it just went down. Not really. It went up in April, but not many people really care about Brie Larson on YouTube. Okay, not many people really care. Okay, but the media was promoting her as like the next PewDiePie, the next Ninja, the next Dream, the next Mr. Beast, because oh my God, she's from Hollywood. She's gonna totally shake up the YouTube, landscape, which he didn't. Okay, her YouTube channel was essentially a failure. She doesn't even have 1 million subscribers yet, which is absolutely hilarious for an actress that starred in a $1 billion grossing movie. Actually $2 billion grossing movies, actually Endgame as well, and I bet Captain Marvel 2 will probably gross $1 billion because Disney will, of course, try to make so the movies do as best as possible, even though the movies have empty theaters, no one went to go see Maleficent, but it somehow made $100 million domestically, even though the movie was actually performing worse than Dark Phoenix, but it like with Captain Marvel, the movie magically started making money because that's how Disney does. That's what Disney does with the Sadie stuff. I don't think The Lion King made that much money. Same thing of Aladdin. Considering if you go to like stores, no one's buying these movies. Okay, no one's buying The Lion King remake. No one's buying Captain Marvel. No one is buying The Lion King remake. No one's buying the Mulan remake. No one's really buying Disney movies. Okay, no one's buying Soul. Okay, either, which the critics was like, oh my god, it's Pixar, so it's 10 out of 10. That's like every time they give a Pixar movie. And Righteous Cows 2, they'll give a Pixar movie a 10 out of 10. The critics always give Pixar movies perfect reviews, which is funny. And they never give, like, for example, when it comes to like best animated movie or of the year, they always give it to Pixar. They never give the other movies a chance. I was shocked that Spider-Verse won over The Incredibles 2 or breaks the internet because, of course, Disney does stuff behind the scenes to make sure Pixar does win. And you have those rare occasions where Disney does not win, but it was only like 3 times. Like Shrek won, Happy Feet, and Spider-Man: The Spider-Verse are the only non-Disney movies to win Best Animated Feature. And you're like, oh, but Pixar's so amazing. They'll like go on and say Pixar's so amazing. Yeah, Pixar in the 2000s was, but not Pixar now. Pixar just puts out branded generic movies, but they'll get praised because it's Pixar. And you can't criticize Pixar because that's how it is with these guys. These guys on the internet, they're like, how dare you criticize Pixar? They make perfect movies, and you just don't understand perfection or art. Like, just shut up about that already. I watched a lot of, really great movies, over the past year. Like, I watched, like, if you want to talk about movies that, like, I watched, like, a lot of these movies that actually are nominated for Best Picture. I watched Knives Out. Which Knives Out was not as great as the critics made out to be. It was still good, but not great. It was not a masterpiece because Ryan Johnson made it. It's a movie that it's like a one watch movie because you can't really watch it again because it's a kind of like, oh, if you already know what's gonna happen. It's kind of like one of those types of movies where you don't really want to watch it twice because you already know what's gonna happen. It isn't really rewatchable. It wasn't really that funny, as much as the critics said it was. But again, these are the critics that said Booksmart was funny and Booksmart was not funny. Okay, Booksmart was another brand comedy released by Disney and Fox, but no one watched that movie. That movie is basically forgotten by now. But it was supposed to become a classic. But let's remember, Booksmart was supposed to become a classic, but nobody's talking about it on the internet. I'm probably the only person that's talking about that movie on the internet because it just shows that it was a failure. It was a big failure. Nobody really watched Booksmart. It was a big, massive failure. Nobody really cares about it, but it was supposed to be a classic comedy. It was supposed to become like other classic comedies over the years. It was supposed to be like the next Ferris Bueller's Day Off, the next, Breakfast Club. It was supposed to be like those movies, but it was a failure. It was a flop, basically like that. When people talk about the top 10 best movies of the year, unless you talk about like one of those quote-unquote movie critics, no one's gonna ever say, oh yeah, Booksmart. Yeah, I remember that movie. Such a classic movie, okay? They're gonna bring up like Endgame or John Wick 3, or they're gonna probably bring up some other movies that did pretty well. I bet more people are gonna bring up Alita Battle Angel than Booksmart. There on Blu-ray, Booksmart completely failed, and you know why they like Booksmart? Because the main characters were gay. So Booksmart is a perfect movie. Same thing with the new animated movie Mitchell vs. Machines. There's like 20 to 30 articles talking about how great it is because of the gay character, okay? Having a gay character in a movie does not make a movie perfect, okay? Or representation, as they say it, And now they say, oh my god, Captain Marvel is gay, so it's gonna be, they'll probably give it glowing reviews. It's now the Marvels, okay? Because they're gonna give it glowing reviews because, oh my god, you have a gay character in the movie, you have a Muslim character because Miss Marvel is Muslim, They're gonna give it glowing reviews because it has diversity and representation, but they'll give movies like Midway bad reviews because it has an all-white cast. Midway had an all-white cast basically in the movie, and they hate movies like that. I bet that's one of the reasons why they hated Midway. Midway was a pretty great movie. Especially if you like history. In World War II, and it was very historically accurate, especially, which I like when movies are historically accurate, but critics didn't like it because Number one, it has an all white cast. They didn't have those in 2020. Okay, and it was oh actually it wasn't all white cast. It was about it was there were some Asian people in it again in it because of for the Japanese, but the main the main American side was all white basically. You know, Bell. The Americans was all white. There was no real other people. But the critics didn't like that, Dell. They didn't like how they probably didn't like how they portrayed Japan either in the movie as well. Even though it was historically, they were portraying Japan historically accurate. But again, they gave Charlie's Angels better reviews. And, I think I've gone on for too long, but it's just the truth here, okay? Nobody likes Brie Larson, okay? When will the media get over that? When will they ever get over that? Nobody likes Brie Larson, okay? Her YouTube channel failed, okay? Nobody cares about her movie. No one's saying, oh my god, I'm so hyped for Captain Marvel 2, okay? Captain Marvel is not selling on Blu-ray, okay? No one's buying Captain Marvel on Blu-ray, okay? It isn't having any substantial legs on Blu-ray. We can go to the numbers to prove this, We can even go to the numbers to prove this. Okay, no one really remembers Captain Marvel, that much, we have the 2021 Blu-ray charts here, the combined best-selling movies of the year, and where was Captain Marvel, okay? Same thing with 2020. Captain Marvel has abysmal legs, basically here. Doolittle. If freaking Doolittle outsold Onward. That's hilarious. But Onward got glowing reviews by the critics because it was made by Pixar. But where was Captain Marvel? I don't see it. I don't see it anywhere, okay? Captain Marvel was nowhere to be seen because nobody cares about Captain Marvel, okay? No one's buying it, basically, here. Marvel sold more copies than Captain Marvel in 2020, that was a movie that people were going to forget, too. But it didn't outsell Captain Marvel because that's when it released, but here are the movies here. Captain Marvel nowhere to be seen. Justice League outsold Captain Marvel in 2019. And yeah, I think Justice League sold more copies of Blu-ray and DVDs than Captain Marvel overall. I wouldn't be surprised. Yeah, around 1.8 million copies sold on DVD, and probably around 2 million copies on Blu-ray sold. So that is actually more than Captain Marvel. But Justice League was a flop, and Captain Marvel made $1 billion. So people must like Captain Marvel. And people hated Justice League, but Justice League is still somehow outselling Captain Marvel. Okay, maybe it's because people don't like Captain Marvel, and maybe because Disney overprices Marvel films. And of course, people say, but Disney Plus, I always use Disney Plus. That's it. That's the typical Disney fanboy argument. When a Disney movie fails, they're gonna say, but it's on Disney Plus, so it didn't fail. Okay, but Mulan failed. No one really cared about it. It's basically, especially after the whole controversies came out, people didn't want to see Mulan anymore. It was a flop, basically. You have other movies that failed like this. And it's funny how even Rampage, which was a movie that people said, is this going to become forgotten? It's selling better. It's selling better than Captain Marvel in 2020. The movie sold 1.1 million copies on DVD. It sold 2 million copies on Blu-ray and DVD now, basically. It probably will continue selling because it has The Rock in it. The Rock is a very popular actor. So it'll probably continue selling. Even Pixels was selling well last year. In 2019. Here. Aquaman, that outsold Captain Marvel. Okay. Even with the controversy among the actress who played the girl, the movie still outsold Captain Marvel. It still sold more copies than Captain Marvel ever did on Blu-ray. Okay? And that's basically it. Goodbye.